Hi guys, TopDj here and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to do a class setup on Black Ops 4. Now this is my class setup. This is what I use basically for when I'm playing on multiplayer. So this is what I'm using at the minute. I've pretty much unlocked all the attachments, but I mean I'm not going to change. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm using the Vespa or the VPAR. I'm just calling it Vespa. It's probably not right, or Vapor, whatever. I don't care. I'm not using sidearm. Now the reason for that is because this gun actually reloads really fast and it's got a decent sized magazine in, so you don't need to worry too much. If you don't quite like this, you can change it maybe a little bit to get away with having a secondary. Obviously I'd recommend it, but personally I haven't found the need of it with this gun. So I've just got a normal camo on it. It looks almost like dark matter, that's one. A little bit, but it doesn't at the same time. So, but I quite like it. So on this, I'm using a reflex. I'm going to use an ELO. I didn't even realise I'd unlocked that. So there we go. I'm going to use that one there because I think it's a clearer sight. It's nicer, cleaner look when you're looking down sights. Long barrel because it gives you that little bit extra on the accuracy and your range. And then stock because it affects your accuracy, so that lifts up your accuracy as well, which obviously when you're using an assault rifle you're probably going over distance shots, which you're going to need. So yeah, I'd use those two there, guys. Then I'm using equipment charge. Now the reason I'm using this instead of like sim shot is because I use either battery or torque, and either of them both have really good secondary, like the mini items, which I find really good. Battery, you get a cluster grenade, and torque, you get razor wire. Now I play a lot of domination, so you chuck a razor wire down, you could stop someone moving around very quickly. So I find that very useful. So that's why I'm using that. It just works for my playstyle. You might find that something along here works better for you guys, but personally for me, I'd rather be chucking cluster grenades on B if I'm playing Dom all the time, or you know, if I need to clear a room. That's just how I play, but obviously you'll have to adjust that slightly to your playstyle. Next up, tactical mask. Now the reason I use tactical mask is because it protects you from a lot. You get resistance, not full resistance, but a bit of resistance against 9 bangs, concussions, razor wire, which is massively useful. Means I think you still slow down, but you don't take as much damage. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe so. Reactor core, which is basically like where you get stuck from fire break, his little move. The seeker, which is that thing that rolls across the floor and then electric shocks you. When you got this on, you don't have to do anything. It automatically just unplugs that from you and you carry on. Tempest, which is obviously the main gun for profit. Don't worry about that. Fire, which means that you haven't got to worry about fire molotovs or anything like that, and counter UAV. Now the big thing with counter UAV is the last thing you want to do is call in UAV, and next thing you know you can't see because someone else called one in. Next up I use dead silence. Now the reason I use dead silence is most people use ghosts, but you're only invisible to UAVs while moving. That kind of seems pointless to me, because if I'm moving, the chances are I'm going to be making a bit of noise because I haven't got dead silence on. So if I'm going to be moving about, which I do 90% of the time, it's pointless me having it. So the way I see it is I go dead silence instead, so that way you can't hear me while I'm moving around. You can have team leak or tracker if you prefer, but that's just my preference. Next up, because I'm using an assault rifle, I like to use lightweight. Just means you can run around a bit quicker, and then gung ho, basically just so you can get to that weapon quicker. So if you are sprinting, you're straight into your gun quicker, you can recover from it. Also you're faster reloading, which massively improves on why I use this gun and don't bother using secondary. So that's my class setup for you guys. I have two other class setups which I will run through, mainly my SMG, not my AR, because my AR was the ICR7, now moved across to this gun. But I will jump into a game and hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I'll speak to you later.
Dropped. Entanglement set. Owned.
Okay guys, so the main reason I use this class is because of the speed. Like I say, I'm using an assault rifle, but I'm moving around as if I've got a sub.
Taking
Which
B.
means I can get places nice and early and get stuff down like that, which stops them coming in. There we go, straight away. Hit monitor, kill, job done. Straight on it.
Securing B. Citadel out.
Unlucky there, because if my team was covering me, we would have had that.
Recon neutralized.
So that's why I use Dead Silence on this class, because you can literally sneak up straight behind him. And if I'd reloaded in time, I would have had both of those kills. Damn it.
Deployed down to UAV. This is it.
Go.
No last chances.
These are all day long,
Securing
boys.
Bravo.
Let's go. Ah. So there you go, guys. So that is the end of that one, and there we go. So this is obviously the class. We've run through it already, but just in case you guys didn't pause the video in time, you can pause it now and copy it if you'd like to. Like I say, it's a really good class for domination, and it's, to be honest, I reckon the best gun in the game. So I'll give it a go, guys, and see what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I've been TopDj, and I'll speak to you later.